Many Ottawa residents say they are on edge after a string of violent and deadly incidents across the nation's capital. The most recent was Sunday in the West End neighborhood of Craig Henry. A 20-year-old man was pronounced dead at the scene of a reported shooting around 9:30 in the morning. On Saturday, a woman was found dead inside a Barhaven home. The victim has been identified as 60-year-old Brenda Russ. Her husband, Robert Russ, is facing a first-degree murder charge. Already for this year, Ottawa Police have been tasked with 10 murder investigations, half of them happening in the last 8 days. And so with residents now calling this a disturbing trend, we have invited Police Chief Eric Stubbs to be in studio with us this morning. Chief, we appreciate that the team is busy and we appreciate your time for this important conversation.
Anytime.
What do you attribute to some of this? Is this a disturbing trend? We know that in a lot of this, we're saying it's unrelated. These are separate incidents. Right. They're not connected to each other. But what's going on in our city or in society that could be leading to such a rash of violent incidents, deadly, in fact?
Right. It is a trend, there's no doubt. We saw in 2024 the highest number of homicide victims that we've ever seen for years in Ottawa, and now we're off to a concerning start in 2025. I don't anticipate this pace to continue through 2025, but it is a concern, and it is something that we're looking at very carefully. As you just mentioned, there is not a consistent trend. Last year in 2024, or with the 10 that we've had this year. Right. They've been very separate incidents. I'm 100% confident that they are not connected. So having said that, our team, our homicide team, supported by many other specialized units, are working extremely hard to resolve all of these files. So far in 2025, they have charges on 8 of 10 charges, and they're very focused on resolving the other 2.
Yeah. For some folks, and especially in some of these neighborhoods, it's not reassuring, though, right? And especially in the lower town situation where you hear that the suspect and the victim were not known to each other. It's tragic in any case, but to know that there's a complete stranger may have entered a residence and someone lost their life.
Yeah. You know, those random type of homicides are quite rare in Ottawa. We don't see them very often. Usually there's some sort of familiar relationship. So those are quite rare. But, you know, Ottawa is a safe city. You know, we're very fortunate. But having said that, we're a big city. This is a major city. Our population is growing. And with that, you have big city issues. And that's something that we are very attuned to, and why we're changing the model in which we're delivering policing, so we're more community focused, speaking with specific neighborhoods, because as you know, we're so large, we have so many different pockets and areas within our city. It's our focus to make sure that we are talking to the community, so we're addressing the issues in that neighborhood.
Yeah. That being said, and maybe going back towards my initial question, are there any, I know you can't speculate about any situation in particular, but just looking overall of what's going on in society. I know that when I lived in Calgary out west in the boom and bust cycle of oil and gas, we saw that a lot of domestic disputes or intimate partner violence increased with the stressors of finances. Right. Is a substance abuse at play? Are these incidents happening under a lack of sobriety? Is there anything that you could give us?
Certainly, you know, as you look at the different homicides that we've had, we've seen mental health in play, we've seen addictions at play, we've seen intimate partner violence as well too, and these are things where working with our community partners is very important. For example, you know, the social agencies that work violence against women. We have very good relationships with them. We work very closely with them, and it's opportunities there where if there are, you know, vulnerable victims that are in a dangerous situation, that working with them we can get them out of those situations and try to avoid a femicide, those types of things. But there's no doubt that as you mentioned, you know, the mental health, the addictions and whatnot, some people are violent, and some people, we've seen some very concerning files, but generally the community is safe. Okay. You know, we live in a safe community, and but we're here to talk to the community members, and I've been very happy, very pleased with the level of cooperation that the community has offered, particularly in this last 8-day stretch, calling us, giving us very good information on suspect vehicles or the suspects themselves, helping victims. But again, I want to ask the community if they have any information to please reach out to our to the Ottawa Police Service, our homicide unit. Whether you have video from your home, from your business, or if you know anything, please give us a call. We want to hear from you.
All right, Chief, I want to thank you for your time. Again, I know you guys are very busy, but we appreciate you coming down and speaking to our viewers and letting us know everything that you can at this point in time.
Anytime. Thank you.
All right, thank you.